Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Albion TV. We continue tonight's programming with the 5v5 Crystal League live. It's Lewpac and Shozen and Tazzik here. We have got level 5, 6, and 7 Crystal League action. And I'm seeing some faces. I'm seeing Marvin, who we haven't seen for an age. I see Cargera
What?
online.
No.
Queued up. Who knows? But in a couple of minutes, we'll be getting into our
He has to get in at some point, I guess.
Well, they said they were just going to chill for the season, rock up the final couple of weeks, and then win the tournament. That was the official words.
That's the idea. Yeah.
We'll see if they still got it, because they will be out there today, queued up for the matches. So we'll see what's going on. Shows, you ready for some 5v5 action? How were the 20s?
I absolutely am ready. The 20s were actually not that bad, other than we did have the wrong levels. Apparently, we did not get the level 5s that we thought we were going to have. They are going to be next week. We're going to have to figure out how we're going to cast those as well. But we did have a pretty good level 4 matchup. That was fun to watch.
Awesome.
The repeat of our level 6, but it went a little differently, I could say.
Right, well, our teams are queued up and they are ready to go in. It'll be just under 60 seconds till our first matches of the evening get on. We'll be checking out some live action. We'll be trying to record some matches as well to watch in between. We've also probably got to discuss the dev diaries, which I haven't been on to talk about, and we didn't get to talk about during the invasion show because the action did not stop from start to finish. There was fights, which is just how we like.
It was
our
past
invasion.
start to finish. It was past start to finish, Lewpac.
Well, yeah,
it kept going through the next show. We just did not have time to cover it all.
They're probably still fighting, right? Well, here we go. These boys are going in. Everybody's zoned out. We are taking a look from Marvin's POV here. He's going to be playing an ironclad tank of all things. Not really the meta right now, the old Fiend Sandals, but oh, what? The Cargera and the boys didn't get mad after all that. It looks like they got a no-show. You all go Marvin?
Yeah, I'll go Marvin. Yeah,
I know Marvin got a match. I saw Cargera didn't get one, though. I wanted to see if they still had it, but it's going to be Yabem, Onion or AFK, Adios, Call Me, and Fatality. Those guys against this Sabota Aurelia team. The old Made in BR team with Marvin rocking the Black Order shield. Let's see how he does here. It's going to be a tank 4-1 split. You don't see that everyday shows then. It's usually one of the ranged DPS that goes for the cap here, but Marvin up to some tricks. Maybe they just want the extra damage value up on the high ground. Interesting choice though. Nick trading with Spadge already. Spadge goes for the flip. Fatality gets bopped back, and of course this Ironclad does add another dimension to the kidnap play. And I kind of like it because there's a wildfire out there on Adios Call Me, and I feel like having the Ironclad as an extra knock and an extra interrupt for that fire staff is very good. But he is playing Fire Wave, which does interrupt the spin if used correctly. Freya taking some early pressure. This choke point looking cheeky though, but Marvin doesn't have Hurricane ready yet. There's the bop onto Yabem though, puts him in a horrible spot. And he's got to roll back to safety. There's the stun. As he got room for the Hurricane, he does get space for the Hurricane. Yabem, but he did have the seed on him. And now Marvin's going to be forced to retreat as the Hammer and Sickle team rides out this early pressure. And Marvin just chilling in the back. Does a little showboat spin. Aurelia, there's the meatball. Oh, just dodges the tail end of that meatball. Could have been very, very painful. Living on the edge, both teams. Hammer and Sickle trying to stabilize, but Spadger hits a nice tackle. Sabota, no cleanse available. Cleric saves him on the nail, but this is a lot of momentum going the way of Hammer and Sickle. They are going to find Marvin. They look for the trade onto Ben, but the Guardian Helm's going to go down with Protection Nature. Going to save him as well. Freya. Oh, is there a flick available for Freya? This could be a problem if there is. He's playing a Carrion Caller as well. So a lot of meta switch-ups that we will look at, but Sabota and Freya are going to go down. Nick and Aurelia running for their lives, and it's going to be a 3-0 exchange in favor of Hammer and Sickle to start, Shozen.
Not bad off the rip here for these guys from Hammer and Sickle. And I was not expecting that. You know, Marvin is quite a skilled player here.
I mean, they actually got Aurelia quite late there, so it was 4, but honestly, this Ironclad was working, but they just couldn't finish the kill. By the time they span the glaive into the kidnap, he was already seeded, and you can't purge that.
No. Sorry, I was trying to get that other video up and running, but unfortunately it does not want to cooperate with us today. So we will not have that other match recorded. Unfortunately.
Marvin. He's trying to get around there the other side. He's going to go for the interrupt on Spadger. Spadger might be able to get a geyser off here. Goes for the tackle, goes for the geyser. Does land it, but not quite in time to stop the cap. And there we go. It's going to be a split there. Fatality going one way. Yabem going the other. Here's the Hurricane. He's going to use it to try and separate. Nice fire away from Adios, though. Interrupts the Hurricane very, very early. Yabem heeds the meatball there. Marvin coming back in for seconds. Drops the nice offensive Judy. Spadger playing deep, though. Marvin gets flicked into a horrible spot. Pops his res. Gets back into the Judy. Three-man geyser. That is not what they want. The routing from the axe as well. Big problems there. And they're going to be sent back. And it's going to be... Marvin's just trying to pill for his team here. He's actually switched off the axe now. Sorry, Freya's still on the axe now. Yabem is on the harpoon and finds the pick onto Zapata. There's the Mortal Agony. There's the control. But Marvin, he's trying to protect his guys with this Hurricane. Trying to put Yabem in the tent, actually. But this... Oh, this Dark Matter might get a kill onto Nick, but he rolls it just in time. Sabata isn't. They're going to flip Yabem into there. Can they kidnap him? There is the bop. Does have the Hurricane in about 3 seconds, but it's not going to be in time.
Oh, this does not look like this is a fair match. What's going on here?
It's a bit one-sided. I don't know how I feel about this axe, to be honest.
I would say we could go over and watch this Durenton fight, but it's also incredibly one-sided. Currently 148 to 67.
They nearly took a meatball to the whole team there, which would have been painful. But they managed to dodge that. But Marvin and Nick just taking so much damage in the early exchanges, and it takes a while for this axe to come online. And if you're playing Kidnap with the Ironclad, like, Glaive gives you even more Kidnap. Put some Kidnap in your Kidnap. Never let them escape. Nick, he gets harpooned, but he gets the other side of the pillar, so he's going to be okay. Oh, meatball again on the choke. Sabata catches the tail end of it, but he's going to try and stabilize with the help of this Judicator armor bubble. And there's the bop onto Adios. Adios, and he's going to roll over Marvin's Hurricane. And when he lands, he's going to fire away for the interrupt. Unbelievable. There's the stun on the choke. And now this Black Order and Doom squad, they're in big trouble again, momentum-wise. The Hammer and Sickle guys have got their number. It's going to be control onto the healer Sabata here. Couple of jabs. Adios on the fire's going to get credit for that one. They're going to knock up Nick. Nick's roll. Does he have the blink available? He does. Aurelia actually going to defend. Awesome. Awesome.
This is a rough one.
It is rough, to say the least. And I think they need to switch something up here. They have actually put Freya onto the Glaive now. They took my suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see if this does it for us. What
do you think these guys... is there any chance for these guys right now? Have they...
There is, because for now what they should do is Freya should go for the kidnap play with the Glaive. Okay. And Marvin should try and separate the healer from the person they're kidnapping so that they can't save him. Right, you don't want to overkill with the kidnap on somebody. So Marvin could, like... If Marvin... He really needs to disrupt this fire because Adios is pumping out a whole bunch of damage. You can see here, he's trying to just keep Iron away from his teammates. Onion away from his teammates, which I like. Right. But Adios with that fire wave, again, just cancels the Hurricane immediately. Just doesn't let him play his game. And this is why, like, unfortunately for him, fire coming into the meta is really bad for the Ironclad. Like, usually it was a good matchup, but now fire wave is played. He has a perfect little interrupt, and the meatball onto 3. They flick them into the meatball, and they just get so much value. Aurelia just going to melt.
So is Marvin, unfortunately, here in just a moment. I don't think he's got much left here. It's how long can he hold out with 4 stacks?
He can't.
Ooh, no.
He's just giving up on life there, Shozen. He's just like, oh, well, guess I'll die then. All right, we go to the Durenton one, or is that over, I guess?
That one is at 48 to 148. They did get 1 cap in their favor. It's about to be 37 to 148. There we go.
These guys are not coming out of 10, so I'll go over to Durenton and see what's going on. Durenton's team actually getting banged on. He's playing the heavy mace. We did see this last time. He's got Barak, he's got Machu, Tutuka, and a guy Mwanfu I'm not too familiar with, but it is the Elitan team that we have seen doing some work lately. Although Nabobo in a bit of trouble. He's going to die. And that's a really good trade there. They take a lot of damage onto the Renton, but he does survive. And that's the important thing. And once he gets the seed, it is go time. 4 versus 5 with 8 minutes gone means that they can put a lot of forward pressure. There's the Judy boots up. Ruined experience on that Frost. We've seen him time and time again doing work. They are full into a Magini, though. That poison. Do they? Oh, they purge. What a battle howler. They hook him back. This man is in big trouble. Still has the roll, so he's going to survive somehow. This momentum. They're not going to be out of it yet because they did get that 1 cap. They're not going to convert, but they do have so much forward pressure right now, Shozen. They're surely able to get the mid cap here.
Yeah, they're going to actually have the advantage of caps for the first time that I've seen this entire match. Maybe we were good luck for them. Hopefully they can hold it and give us our favorite thing, Lewpac.
Yeah, come back. The Renan playing Guardian Rune, by the way. Interesting. I mean, we don't see much Guard Rune. Increases the resistances of allies by 73 and makes them immune to forced movement and stuns. It's a very good counter to the hammer, really, if you think about it. You can't be stunned inside the Guardian Rune. And 73 resistances is quite a lot.
He actually just swapped back to Snare Charge.
Oh, did he? Okay. Interesting. Just for context, that's more resistances than the Judy armor gives you.
Okay. It's good to know. It's a great way to stop a splash, you know? Those dive plays, that's a great way to do it.
Good punish on the choke point here from the Frost and Curse combo. No wildfires in this group. 3-man purge, though. That was really well placed.
Yeah, really well done. Yeah.
Landed the triangle with the battle howl. Ruined experience poison. He's going to be driven out. They have the 2 cap now, but they are at that annoying point where 1 fight loss is game. That is another huge battle howl, and this is a real annoyance.
They're going to get Forsaken here.
Yeah, healer dead, and even a trade won't help now.
Now Elite Ann's going to go very quickly.
Dead. He's going to die to ticks.
Yep.
No matter what. Nabobo's going to die.
Now Ruined Experience is their only DPS, and he's got to get out of there. He can't stick around at all. Nabobo is going to drop, making that 3-peat.
I love that experience, by the way. They just run past Nabobo because they know he's dead. They already know he dies to the curse.
Going right for the cap. And Durenton doing a good job checking there to make sure that the Frost player wasn't coming up over the top to interrupt that.
Right. They've got 3 cap now. They pull back 20. It's 27 to 100. They can do this.
They absolutely
cannot lose a fight now.
Can't lose they can lose an engagement if they can fall back and not lose 2 caps. If they can keep it in 2 caps to 1, they can still do this. But they're running really low on points here. They can't afford any bleeds.
And the thing is, Machu now needs to be willing to sacrifice someone to save himself. Like, if someone's going to die, he shouldn't put himself at risk to save them if he thinks it'll kill him. Because if they lose him, they lose the game. Right? Whereas lose 1 DPS and you can hold. We see it time and time again. Holding 4v5, kiting away is fine. I
really like seeing Machu back here on the heels. I really like watching him on the heels. He's been very good. He's switched it up in the past to, I think, play a bit of everything. But he was always the best on the heels. I think Durenton did a good job of teaching him back in the day. And I like seeing him back on the heel.
Another lovely triangle battle howl there to get 3. And this is the thing. The battle howl purges the hots, right? Which just makes Forsaken's life so much worse. Like having to restack from battle howls and area of decay constantly is such a pain. And all that time he spends silenced as well from it. He's not applying hots. And this is why, honestly, these mace purges are just winning them the value fight right now. And there's another 3-man route into battle howl.
Route by Durenton there. Yeah, fantastic.
They need to spread better than this. They've got
and Elite Ant's going to go down for that. That was a good catch, and it's leading to a kill.
He just needs to live for a little bit.
Oh, if he lives, and he does. Well done. Good call, Lewpac.
He has to go 1 better and get the 4-man route.
Right in front of us. Nabobo goes. That's going to be a full rotation for these guys in their favor. And the cooldowns and the death timers are a long time, I should say, at this point in the match. Magini going up over the top. Good play. Very quick on their rotations.
The comeback,
but not quick enough to get that cap, and they're going to go for the southern flank. Really good read by the blue team here. Yeah, comeback is real, Lewpac. It's on the board.
And we do like that. This has been nearly a 15-minute match so far. They're gonna be hitting the 15-minute mark at this rate. which is long for a GVG.
Yes, absolutely, Lewpac. You are correct. The new meta does not last this long. Generally, we
No,
rarely
because
see them in this.
there's a lot of 3-cap and pressure, a lot of fights. Back in the old GVG maps, like 2 caps to 1, the 1 cap was always really near their tent, so you very rarely actually
In
pushed
the
for the
resource
3.
map, yeah, yep.
Unless you were miles ahead. Like, so you used to get some really long GVGs on that map. This one though, like once you win the fight, it's very easy to capitalize on it, and the meta is definitely like just bleed them as quick as possible once you've got them under control. And Nabobo, he's low on HP and he walks into the battle howl, and this is just such value play from Durenton here, who, let's not forget, was healing not so long ago. This guy plays every role.
I think he's a better tank than he is a healer, and I think that Machu is a better healer than he is a DPS, and I think this puts them into the best position to win.
This is a murder. Like, what is going on? Like, these guys were on the ropes, and all of a sudden they're 90 seconds away from a win. And
yeah,
I feel like
they just wanted to be on TV. Maybe that was it. They were like, we are not on AOTV right now. If we can just hold out long enough, we'll be the only match still going. We can get on here and win in front of everybody.
Well, win they will. I mean, they're not going to lose from here. They only have to hold for 60 seconds now. We know that an experienced team pretty much can't lose in 60 seconds.
No.
All right. Well, I would say,
we've seen it happen.
We've seen it like once or twice.
Don't throw the Doom team under the bus here. We've seen it happen a couple of times.
A good team knows how to kill the clock, though. Although they can't give up. They actually won't win in 50 if they give up this cap. But I think, look at this. Doom knows that they won't get the cap, so they're just going in. But look at them. They're not committing to the fight. Like, Durenton, he's willing to tank a poison. He's just chilling. He's got his Judy there. He's got his healer. Machu's hiding at the back because he knows he's the only death that will lose them the match. And there we go. There's the run. And he doesn't have Geyser for the interrupt. So Barak on the glaive. Elitan's trying to body block the harpoon. They throw a poison at Imagini. They poisoned him. And it won't matter if they lose somebody anyway, because they'll be dead to a 2-cap. Looks like the Bobo might be that somebody as well, as those sickles are just raining on him. And there he goes. And that is going to be GG. Imagini's going to go down as well for it. And that was well cheesed. They killed that clock like professionals.
That was well done, Lewpac. I think that was a fantastic victory. These guys did great. The Durenton team,
as they say on Twitch,
back.
That was poggers. What a match, though. If only 5-8, I thought it would have been much worse than that.
I don't know, man. That was just an insane comeback. I'm kind of speechless, Lewpac. I don't know what to say.
It's just a really enjoyable match, to be honest with you. Loving seeing that Mace in play, and the Mace in a nature meta, the Mace plus the Great Curse is quite a combo. It's a very nature healers used to play Refreshing Breeze so they could spread the hots to the whole team. Now they have to play Cleanse Heal or Protection of Nature because they're just better, and it's just really annoying because you spend so much time getting all those hots up, and this guy's like Area of Decay, and you're like, oh bollocks. And then you're like, right, well, I've got everyone hotted, and then the tank's like bow how, and you're like, oh bollocks again. Do you know what I mean? It's just so frustrating to play into as a nature healer.
Right. I can understand. I wouldn't want to do it. I'm just so impressed with that last match right there. They did fantastic.
Did we record one or
no? I told you in the middle of the match there. Yeah, the YouTube was not cooperating with me, so I'm not gonna be able to record.
Sorry.
Yeah, it happens. There's not enough bandwidth today, unfortunately.
So the full championship winning Kargera team is online.
Okay.
And although they've got Solace playing, actually, tell a lie. In the Carvinan spot, they've got Solace, who we know is a very competent range DPS. It was Solace. Do you remember making those disgusting curse plays? Remember when he popped his cleric and soloed a guy with curse, which was shouldn't even be possible.
Yeah, not supposed to be able to do that.
Now he's playing Frost. There we go.
Okay. Well, you can do it with Frost. Get in there, be the aggressive player, secure those kills.
All right, so next matches are in about 13 minutes. So let's talk.
So I do want to like watch from their perspective if we can see how they do once they're back into this. It will be the level 6s. That's a little bit higher.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but you said you wanted to take a look at the
Well,
dev talk and talk
yeah,
about
well, we
that a little
talked
bit
about the
because
biome one last
Mhm.
week. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then obviously we got this. We got the open world info in the week. I think it was Wednesday or Thursday it came, and that was a really cool one.
Thursday.
That was a very, very interesting video. I love like we've seen from the success of the bandit events, right? Like this sort of like limited time spontaneous action let's go event. So having that for dungeons as well with multi-entrance dungeons is awesome. If the value is right, everybody's going to go charging into the dungeons and it's going to be an absolute riot when that pops off. I like the new look treasure sites that aren't just on a fixed timer. It's random, so you're rewarded for exploring. I think this expansion promises to be so good for the open world.
Oh, absolutely. There's a couple of things in here. It's not just what was shown in this one, but the rework of the map for strategic areas and having a layout that seems like planned out layout, not just, you know, random doodads everywhere, not just wandering mobs everywhere, but putting the mobs into groups that are designed to grow over time and become valuable. And my question is how valuable do they become? Is it something where if you're living in a zone, you kind of keep them alive, you don't let other people get them, you time it so that when they pop, you have a group that goes and clears them for the highest level of experience? Or do you just like go out, they're level 2, let's just clear them, take the treasure and run away? Like,
yeah, I think I mean it depends what people's goals are, but the thing is I think everyone's going to have a threshold that they will kill the mob at, right? Some people won't stop unless it's the best one, whereas some people will just be happy to find a zone full of like mid-tier ones that they can farm comfortably. I think the highest tier zones though, people are going to want to sort of kill anyone they find farming and let it hit the sort of jackpot level where everything is maxed out, and then they just form up and sweep through. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The treasure sites as well, like I think the big ones are going to attract a lot of attention because we have seen history has shown that when SBI buffs new content for an expansion, quite often it's pretty good to start with. Do you know what I mean? To get everyone involved.
Yeah,
I do remember.
There is a bit of like power creep in the rewards. You know, you call it reward creep, if you will. Compare it to like Crystal League to corrupted dungeons.
First week of 10v10 Hellgate, I made 412 million silver. It was ridiculous. Because not only was the loot crazy, but the initial IP cap, which was what's the word? It's like base item power, not your modified item power.
Right.
So you had to wear like 8-1, 8-2 even on your artifacts. So you were getting like 3-4 million silver sets off the enemy and then getting disgusting chests with like 20 million personal loot in. It was so good.
I can imagine that wasn't going to be happening for me. You know, I'm not
yeah,
good.
In fairness, there was a lot of teams running as well, which was good.
Well, I hope that we can get more teams running for Hellgates again. That was really enjoyable to watch. Tazzik and I watched a lot of those. We had a Hellgate show for a period. It was really fantastic, honestly.
They're getting more popular again, honestly. People are kind of done enough non-lethal that they're willing to step up to the lethals as well. But I don't mind the non-lethals because I like the fact that you just go again. You don't have to re-gear. Your group doesn't like instantly disband because one guy's broke. Like I'm actually quite a fan of the non-lethals simply because I get more fights in the same time as I do in the lethals. There you go.
All right. Getting ready to go in.
Here they go then, and they're going to be against the Reichler Juliet Doom team.
The Trevor team, yeah.
Might be surprised to see them here, obviously. But they'll be
not expecting this, I don't think. I don't think they were going,
the current world champ.
This isn't what I signed up for.
See what their 4-1 split's like. So that was interesting when we saw Marvin go for the 4-1 split. Generally, this is what you see. The range DPS that isn't the curse goes for the off cap, because the curse wants to start building stacks as soon as possible at the start of the fight for extra value. You're going to get the flick onto Grafis. There's the poison. Aang's in big trouble already, though. And one thing we know is the coordination of these guys is pretty impressive. Solace going to trade blows with Trevor. Boda gets healed to full there. Nice use. Pops right into the bubble just on the seed timing. Really nice. It's going to be Firewall. You know how much I love Firewall, Shozen.
I love the Wall of Fire. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Vols is going to drop one there. But unfortunately, the Glaive has a very, very long range for a melee weapon. And he can actually flick them. But it's going to be Grafis first blooded in this fight. There's the stun into the wall. There was going to be a trade. Probably no. There's the save. And he puts up the Scholar Cowl as well. But he does get flicked. And Boda is going to find the kill. So a 1-for-1 trade. Took the Sun Boys a little bit of time, though. So the Doom team does have the opportunity to build some momentum during that. Reichler, he's in a bit of a sticky situation, though. He gets harpooned back. I don't know if he's got roll available. Goes for the poison play onto Solace. Solace going to roll safety, but Kagera stuns 3. And Boda flicks Reichler into their Judy bubble. Does get the sack. He's okay for a few seconds, but can he ride this one out? There's the Geyser onto the healer. The Iron Breaker as well. The harpoon. They pulled the healer. They found the healer, and the healer's gone.
That was so close. They
kill.
had the opportunity there, Lewpac, but these opportunities disappear so quickly. Kagera just ate an entire meatball by himself.
Greedy Kagera. And
yeah,
finally,
very hungry.
Finally, there's some caps. Kar going for the 3 here. No healer means Vols might actually just tick out. Oh.
And he does. Wow. Reichler on the edge as well. That is a dangerous beginning.
Yeah, he died on his doorstep, man. That's just cruelty, isn't it? You're like that close to getting the shield, and I think it was the last tick of curse as well. I think it was about to drop.
Oh, that's the worst. Oh, the pain. And you're up against the world champs. It's not easy to begin with, and to have a start like that, very good early fight. They kept it even, and then things just went south in a hurry. Got to put a bad taste in your mouth.
Early trades. They're going for the 3 squeeze. We're always going to see this at this level, aren't we? Like no one plays the safe high ground anymore. It's like they realize how much pressure it puts to get the 3 cap, and keep it. Because even if you end up losing a fight, you usually end up on points, don't you? Just by holding that cap for a couple of minutes. Vols as well gets a firewall down. Kagera gets him on the landing, though, which sets up Boda. Boda, no flick available right now, but the air decay comes down. There's the hook.
Nice pressure.
Trevor, he's going to go
trouble.
for this. He's sticking that front line, though. He's playing very bravely.
He's so close to popping. And they pull him into the meatball.
They do get Grafis, though. They do get Grafis.
It's not the way.
1-for-1, but trading usually benefits the team with the caps.
Yeah. Well, it was at least his meatball. That looked like it. It was the perfect animation to make it look like it went the other way, and he got killed by his own.
I felt those shows, and he wasn't playing his health bar there. He was
he wasn't playing his health bar. That's one really good way to explain it. I was like, oh boy.
You're playing the world champs. You've got 300 health for going in. Going in is not the one.
This is going to be a very painful rotation.
Boda,
another 20
they're going to get him. Oh, beautiful from Reichler. Great placement on the area of decay.
They needed that.
Will they give it up, though? Do you think they'll full retreat here?
Kagera's, available if they can put the pressure down on
trading.
Oh, okay.
Grafis gets pulled back. I don't know what he's got now. He got insta-purged as well.
Gets out.
Trevor's on the mace.
Don't be too greedy, guys. Make sure you get your caps. You're eating a 3 cap here, and you're pushing down the choke. It might be better to hold.
Here we go.
There's
a nice flick. They got to get this kill, though. They got to get this kill.
They're spending a lot of effort on that kill.
They finally get it
here.
They're going to eat another 20, though, if they're not quick.
They're eating 20s here.
And it's not worth it, because there's 4 of them, and Boda's not going to let up here. He's in the Judy. Kagera, they got to split that dart out. That's a nice 3-man stun, and Reichler's going for the cap. And they find
Kagera. That's going to be enough for them to get the pressure they need.
But he's too late for the 20, look.
Yeah, they're going to eat 20.
So this is what I mean, right?
Yeah,
even though you lose the fight, right? It costs them 8 points, and they gain 20 off the enemy. So And they might even get the rotation in time to stop the enemy's 3-cap here.
Yeah, I think they're going to. They're already on their way. They mounted up and got there.
Crazy.
They're only going to be taking... yeah, very well done. Are they going to re-rotate? Bodeville's going the other way.
How are they going to breach this high ground,
gear.
though?
I think Bodeville is changing gear.
To what? I think he's going to try the axe.
I don't know. He's in the 10.
Is he delooting? He's not delooting. He died, didn't he? He died. No, what's he going to change then? Or maybe he forgot potions or something, or food. Because I can't see him swapping off the glaive here. Because it's really working for them, honestly. There's the Geyser, Ironbreaker onto Trevor. Remember, the Ironbreaker and the Geyser and Tackle have all been nerfed recently. So the hammer is not the weapon it once was. And this is... The choke point against the mace is awful. Because he's got Sacred Ground, he's got that AoE Purge and Silence. And of course, he's got the snare charge as well. So it's going to be very, very hard to take the high ground. Plus, there's a firewall. Like, they have such a, like, great bunker down on the high ground comp. It's going to be really hard for the Sun Boys to breach it. They're going to go for the Purge onto the Scholar's Cowl onto the fire. And they're going to be... As soon as this duty expires, they might be driven back here. Cargera's got to be careful. They're going to hook Vols. They're going to... Oh! Couldn't get the flick. Good roll from him.
Into the wall there. Really good use of his own firewall.
Boda, he got caught in the area of decay. Pops his resi. Going to get the flick. Vols doesn't have any defensives left now. And they actually know he doesn't have any defensives left. He has the Scholar's Cowl.
Oh, he's on the wrong side of it. Nice pull. He's on the wrong side of his wall. That's not what he wants. Oh.
He survives.
Yeah.
He has nothing to defend now. I think he's got his roll up again.
Yeah.
Cargera has to get out of here, though. Cargera's dead. Boda's going to get the kill, but Cargera, he was silenced there. He was mashing tackle, I think. But because of that Sacred Ground from the mace, he went down. So it's a 1-for-1 trade. And this time it's a trade with Doom having the caps. They do have a DPS advantage.
Graffice is in trouble over on the backside. Graffice gets flicked.
Very
nice
low.
Save. And it's going to be a trade onto Aang's here. Is Aang's going to go as well?
Can they trade? They need the trade here. Cargera's coming back to the fight.
No. Cargera's on his way. Soul is Vol. Bodeville very low.
Nice freezing wind to try and slow up the push. Vol's just joined the fight, but he dismounted, which means he doesn't have cooldowns for just a second. He's going to OC, and they know he hasn't got cooldowns. Boda tries for the early play. Flicks him with the meatball. Solace. Oh, the hook sends Solace's freezing wind the wrong way. He would have caught 3 on the choke there. Graffice is back in. This is a weird spot to fight. Like,
this is very strange. Yeah, this has been unusual, but very even fight across the board here. I got to give a little bit of an advantage to Doom here. They've been pushing a little bit harder, but as these fights go, you have to know that at any point the Sun team could turn this on you.
Yeah, but they can keep them down this choke. I think Sun will have to rotate here. Like, I don't think they can brute force this choke. And if they give them any breathing space, they'll look for the 3-cap. So I think the play here is just rotate, swap caps, and just start again from the mid.
We have a very even back and forth match going over on the other side here with Duretin versus the Yabem team. It's been back and forth, but it's currently 122 to 107. First 3-cap of the match just went through.
This is a horrible choke to be on, though, honestly. See if they can make anything happen. Cargera's managed to breach, gets the 2 stuns onto the Clothies. The resistances are there for Voldo, so he gets out of it quite quick, and they find Solace. Reichler down the bottom goes toe-to-toe with Solace, and he comes out on top. Solace is dead, and Shekri may follow here. Vols get stunned. They look for the trade. They need something, though. If they don't find something... I mean, Solace is going to be respawning pretty close. Boda nearly gets the kill. Juliet keeps his guy up. Shekri goes down. They have no healer. Even if they get Reichler, it doesn't matter now. They'll get him. They're going to lose
Bodeville anyway.
Measure,
yeah. Bodeville going in on Vol for his last second, but
now it's going to be a 3-cap, and this one's going to get. Wow. This one's going to get interesting because it's going to be 42 to 41 after this next rotation. To 43 after this next rotation, which is crazy.
This is close, guy. This is not what we expected from the champs coming in, especially after the early beginning they had in this match. This is wild, Lewpac. I love it.
I don't know. Boda, he's struggling with this firewall because he can't, like, if he doesn't have Flick or Harpoon available, the firewall just completely stops him because they could just step back. Aang's being very cheeky here, and wow, they had to pop the res, the duty, and the sack for that. So that's the opening that Sun definitely wanted. Like, they pulled a lot of resources there. just to save Aings, who was very aggressively positioned. And now there's no sack available for Rycliffe. They have the Purge for that. They don't have the Purge. There's the swap. Boda, though, they are absolutely pounding Boda with this fire. Like, the damage output needs to be kept under control. Like, the tackle has to hit the fire every time because he is pumping.
Rycliffe's in trouble, but
unlike
Shekri
a
is
Frost,
too.
you can't miss
There's
it.
the
If
flick.
Shekri goes down, though, it's all worth it. And they're going to get the trade, and that is a very good trade
That's
now.
the one.
They're
Now
going to need to get
Bodaville.
another DPS if they want anything. And Boda, yeah, he's so low. He's looking for Vol, but now it's Cargera on his own, and they're going to be driven back. They're going to go to 14 points. And the dust has not been shaken off yet.
A little rusty so far here. Got to work on that firewall.
It's going to be a quick north rotate. I don't think they get it here. You just bully them for 40 seconds, and
just
it's
go
GG
right in.
here.
Yeah. You don't even have a full minute left. You just take
No.
it to them. Take it to them.
Roll. Oh, he rolled over the tackle on the swap as well. Trevor dodged it and all. Cargera gets no value, and they just can't brute force this. Look how defensive Juliet's playing on that healer. Like, again, the healers have to recognize that in this situation, the only way their team loses is if the healer gets sniped. And even then, it's not a guarantee because you can still survive a decent amount of time. Shekri's in a bit of trouble there, but it looks like this one is going to be done and dusted with the Doom Boys taking it with 39 points left on the tick. Vols might drop here. Tethered is pretty low. There's the defensive hook onto Boda. That's a nice tackle onto Juliet.
Very nice defensive hook as well. Saving some life there for his teammate. I like seeing it. This firewall, the wall of fire there, Lewpac, in this match was the MVP.
I liked it, yeah. It really worked because it separated Karg and Boda. We know how Karg and Boda like to work together up front, Shozen. Like, they've been a pairing for as long as GVGs have been a thing, pretty much.
They're like peanut butter and jelly, man.
Yeah, and when you separate them with a firewall, that separation anxiety just ruins their game plan.
Who wants jelly without any peanut butter? It just doesn't work.
All right.
We do have the Durenton match still going on. The Caps have switched back over
Another
into
comeback.
favor into the red team here, as Yabem's team is starting to make some play here.
Is it
Barack
another
goes down.
Spadger? Is it another? No, it was
This
Durenton
was
came
the
back
other
last
way.
time.
Yeah, Durenton's team came back last time. It's going the other way now.
They actually got someone north defending.
Yeah, they had to defend that. They didn't want to eat the 3 cap. Good play there, but not enough, as it looks like they're going to lose it now. I thought they might be able to hold, but it looks like it is in the works. This is 3 cap comeback.
3 cap
in the
comeback,
works.
but they are, again, they're at that point where they can't make a mistake now. They put themselves in a tricky situation. And we saw Durenton not make a single mistake last time, but look at the spread from Hammer and Sickle. Last match, we saw Durenton getting these 3-man root and purge non-stop. And that's the one thing the Hammer and Sickle have got to avoid. They've got to not stack for it. Yabem is on that carrying caller, so he has the rooting smash as well. So that's interesting. Fatality going to get hooked in, going to roll out, but Durenton can follow it up potentially. It's a hammer on Spadge as well. Gets the 3-man, looking for the purge. Oh. Purge onto the back line. Gets
Let's
2
see
of
how
them.
that
With the
works.
the Judy Boots guarantees the Battle Howl hits as well. Like, if they
And
are
the
Judy
knockup,
booted,
yep.
the Battle Howl will always hit. So that's why it's such a great combo. And again, look at this triangle. They need to just, you can see them realize they're stacked and then panic. Which is like, it's getting in their heads, I think, this constant rooting and silencing. There's the purge onto the back
Yabem
2
in trouble
again.
on the back.
Durenton, though, he's
Moves
dropping
forward.
low and he's going to die.
Yep.
They caught
Great
him.
job by Yabem. Great catch. And now they're going to turn that onto, is Machu going to get out? Yes, he does. Marwan in trouble in the corner.
Tutuka, he's getting drilled as well. Yeah, they're getting bullied on this same spot.
They should all be able to get out there. That was really well done defensively. Machu just
Fatality
healing
at
out of
the
his
top.
mind.
Fatality immediately goes around the top
Yep,
to make
he's
sure there's
gonna-
no back cap. No
Very well
shenanigans
done.
on
No
his
shenanigans. None. Great cap awareness. That's
There's
all
a-
they need to do. They just have to make sure that they can hold cap. That's how you win the match.
There's the 20. Spadger. They're going to look for the bully here. They're waiting to see if they can see Manwan as well. They don't want to see him. They want to see Marwan going around the back for that cap. It's going to be a quick rotation for the blue. Even a roll committed from Marwan, but they're not going to let him. Fatality's already out there stacking them with the sickles. Are they going to push down? Yeah, your Bem's going to want to go in there. He's going to throw the Raven out. And, of course, the Raven being a dot, dots will interrupt your capping. So it means that they know that he can't cap now for like 8 seconds. Yabem, though, takes a beating, and they actually manage to get the contact onto Onion. They get the flick after the harpoon, but Onion rolls to safety. And that actually ends up getting a lot of pressure in the opposite direction. Down goes the firewall. Durenton, he's in, though, and he gets over it just in time. That was nice. Adios, pumping into Durenton. Marwan's going to roll back. Here comes the area of decay on the choke, but not really hitting anything. Tutuka. Uncharacteristic placement from him. Completely whiffing his E. Yabem, he's got to roll back for safety with that carrying caller. Tickles on the choke again for the punish. Oh, and he's actually running low on energy here. He does have the Royal Cow, though, for perpetual energy. But if he gets that purge, he's in big trouble here, output-wise. 37 to 33. The clock is ticking, and it's 90 seconds now. Hammer Sickle can close this out. Great meatball when it hits Marwan as well. Durenton, he's eating these meatballs like a hungry Italian, Shozen. Barak gets pumped as well. Full of fire with 4 stacks and the cultist cow. He's forced out of the fight, and he gets a mortal agony on the way out just for good measure. Durenton, pump, pump, pump. They are burning this man. Adios.
They don't want him to survive. He is
just like a turret up on the high ground. Like, he knows he's got it.
This is it.
He's got that muscle memory for Durenton's route. So he gets the firewall down every time to block it. And Durenton has to defensively route. And I think that's going to be GG.
That's
like,
GG
no matter
right
what
there.
happens here, like, the axe has now got serious heal value. He's even running nasty wounds. Machu's going to bleed to
down
death.
in the backside. Is he going to survive?
What a cleric by Machu.
Great play by both Durenton and Machu on that, just to save the day there. But they are not going to win the battle.
And Spadger and Onion immediately went west to block those stairs. They said, don't even think about it.
Really good cap awareness.
Think about it.
Great cap awareness.
The comeback is real once again. Unfortunately, Durenton was on the receiving end this time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Great comebacks today.
Only 8 deaths in that, by the way. These feel like there's more deaths, but there absolutely wasn't. And there you go. That was some hot level 6 action. I need to depart now, Shozen.
All right, I understand.
Need to cast
Time for you to go.
and dash, as we say in the business. I will see you guys tomorrow. Level 8 action, I believe, on the schedule. And yeah, so that's good. Tazzik will be here, though. Taz, you here?
Yep, I am here, ready to go.
Tazzik is here.
You just woke him up.
His experienced voice will guide you through the level 7. So thank you for having me tonight, guys, and I will see you all later on.
Good night, Lewpac. See you later. And it does look like the other guys, I believe. Let me just make sure.
Yeah, I mean, remember too, guys, this is a level 7. Like, this is a very important match. One of these teams will have an 8 token, which means that they will be one step closer, much, much closer to the Crystal League tournament.
There will only be one team with one of those right now.
Yeah. Much closer to the
We might have
to
one
the tournament.
team like walk away with a level 9 token. I don't know. We're gonna this.
Hey,
tomorrow,
there's gonna be some weird things tomorrow. We'll see what happens.
I got a level 8, right?
Yeah, we do have level 8s tomorrow. Who will be fighting in those level 8s is God only knows. God only knows. Elite 10 choosing to play the pole hammer. Interesting that we're now seeing pole hammer. We just saw Ironclad, although Marvin immediately said the Ironclad is terrible right after he played it. We've been seeing heavy mace. Yeah, he said this weapon sucks. He said, damn, the Ironclad is bad. That's what he was telling me in DMs. Judy coming down for Elite 10. I mean, he's on pole hammer, so he gets to control Volnazera a lot more than maybe the Ironclad and stuff will be able to, just because he has geyser and stuns that he can do from over the firewall, right? Ironclad, you have to be on top of the guy. So you're going to easily get stopped by a firewall. Elite 10, he doesn't need to be on top of you. He can throw out his skill shots and just control you that way. Volnazera Gonna have to roll out of there. Nobubo looking for maybe a cheeky hook onto Trevor. He's very low, but there is no Mortal Agony available. The Battle Howl gonna do work to stop a lot of the damage that Trevor was about to take. Juliet with a weird repositioning roll there. Could be in trouble here if this blue team decides to pressure this, but red team is just gonna chill for now as the blue team will sustain, allow Forsaken to re-hot everyone back up. Ruin Experience looking to outtrade Relicer, and Nobuo he wants to. He's gonna fling, but there is a Cleric Robe available. No Protection of Nature being used on that. Instead, Trevor up here might need it when he comes back down. He's 1 HP. He will fall up the choke. The meatball hits Forsaken, though. Forsaken needs to be very careful. He gets a beautiful roll on the fishing hook. That could have been an instant kill onto him and a win for the red team, trading tank for healer. He will stay alive for now. Volnazera with the firewall is going to be good to walk out of this one for now, but look at how much distance is between him and his team. The one-hand frost control is there, combined with the repositioning tools of the glaive. A fling onto Volnazera might mean he goes down. It's a good hold of the roll, and they actually catch Angs instead of Volnazera. Firewall comes down with a Mortal Agony connected as well. Meatball, I think, whiffed everyone.
Yeah, it just went right by. It just
I think everyone looked at that and said, I'm not hungry right now.
That's all it did.
Oh, and Juliet gonna die, rolls into the corner with 4 dots. Sorry.
Come on. Oh, her. No, not the way. Not the way.
Yep, and that will be a badly synced death timer, because now red team, they want to come back out and do something. They can't. Juliet's just now getting up.
There's nothing to do here.
Yeah.
They got to prepare, and they're just going to eat a 20 here right now. It's going to hurt. And yeah, time to go south, boys.
Yeah, I mean, they could go north, but south is the way they should go, because that's the better angle. If they choose north,
going
it's
up
weird.
for the quick. Well, because see, when you have the time like this, Tazzik, and you're not going to be able to interrupt, there's no reason to go north. You want to take the south one for the advantage on view. It does take longer to get there, so it's more about the timers. But this late into a timer, when you're 4 seconds.
Yeah, they should have ran it south.
Yeah, just go south.
I'm not sure
why. It gives
you
a clear walk up the stairs. You don't get hit as you're going up the stairs. If you go north, you will get hit going up the stairs as they did. It's just it's the little things, honestly, that
especially
separate
to
the level
frost.
7s from 8s. Yeah,
especially into the frost curse. It's a very weird, but worked out perfectly for them. They find the kill onto iMage. I don't know how they find that. Blue team, they just go hard down the choke. 3-man stun coming in for red team. Trevor with a beautiful pull hammer stun. He's looking maybe to keep diving claw thieves, ignore the front line. They want some pressure because they want to get this blue team away from cap so they can go back and take at least one. One of the members of red going back for the northern cap. Will they be able to get mid as well? Elite 10, good guys there to save some time. Rune Experience can stop the mid cap if it was started at a bad spot. And actually, iMagian was the one who stops mid. He went all the way south off the death timer, did not meet back up with his team. The Geyser as well. So the 10 tick will be back to blue side. And now they're in a good position because iMagian is fully reset, dropping a Dark Matter into the back line. Going to hurt Volnazera and Juliet a little bit. The meatball will hit Forsaken. That chunked him for like 30%. He's going to get flung, but he is a very good roll by him. The Mortal Agony did connect from Angs, though. Angs, by the way, playing amazingly in this match. Doing very well.
He's been playing very well all season. Let's just be real clear. Angs
has
been
very solid.
One of the top. Also, been seeing him in 20s. Did very well. I believe he's a little bit of everything. Yep, he's doing a little bit of everything. I think we even saw him on the Invasion. So, well done by Angs, playing all day,
just
enjoying his Saturday.
Yeah. Killing it at every aspect of the game. Hope to see him again for the next Invasion in 3 hours. Volnazera and Juliet getting caught in the worst spot.
Oh,
just
no.
stacked on top of each other. Yeah, Volnazera
had
goes
a
down.
rough and go here. This is not going to be the way for them. They had a really good push out. They secured some caps, but that was quickly eaten up by just the advance of blue. Just ouch. I thought they had it here after that kill on the north cap. But when they had, who was it there? Imagini out of position with the curse play, caught against the stairs. Easy kill for the red team. But since then, blue wrapped around, went south, took. Yeah, I don't think you're going to get there, Trevor.
Yeah, Trevor is not going to make it. And here, if you're red team, insta south. Insta run south. You know you'll get up that choke. A good play. Blue team will be able, because they have Rune Experience, right? Ruined, one of the people who is like innovated the Frost meta. He's actually going to choose to not go. I was going to say he could easily get there, throw the E for control, and then wait and get his team in a much better spot. Instead, blue team going to play in the open. Although they might prefer the open here, right? They don't have the meatball staff. They have a curse and a fire. Interestingly, red team also swapped off the meatball. They're on a curse now as well. So, I mean, meatball works very well in this comp when you choose the frost staff, though. I don't think you want both.
Okay.
Angs, look at Angs. He's in such a good spot. Going to fling Forsaken. The healer down the choke. Cleric Robe is used. The Purge is there. Battle Howl coming in. It's Immortal Agony on top of Forsaken. The Geyser by Elitan actually saves Forsaken. Aang's gonna fishing hook right into Elitan's face as well. Ruin has to get sacrificed. Forsaken gonna roll after that. The HP drop was there, and now Aang's turns his attention to Diamage, but he's so low. Nobubo, Mortal Agony on Aang's, but he flings him on top of Ruin for the Mortal Agony.
That's gotta be it. That's beautiful.
What a weird chain of events. What?
Yeah.
Just very unfortunate by many players. Elite now separating from his team. What is he doing? He's looking to maybe stop Volnazera.
Yeah, he's got to be. He's looking at the 14 seconds and going, I can hold this for 14 seconds and cap this 20. Keep the 20 in favor of my team. But Magini goes down on the other side. You will get your 20 tick. That was a decent play there.
I mean, good play.
I got to say, it worked out.
But Forsaken died. So only a good play. I was going to say insane play.
If they can snag Trevor here, it's an amazing play. And it is fantastic wraparound play by Lee Ann. I don't know what he's doing here.
They don't have a healer, though. So Nobuo needs to be very careful about coming up that
I don't know what they're doing.
And they lose 3 caps anyway. After the rotation, though. So it is fine, right?
No, they didn't lose any points from this. They've actually eaten points out of their team, their opponents, down to 46 points here. Some really good plays. Put the pressure on them when they lost Trevor. The question is does Red try to hold 3? Here comes Trevor on the mount, though.
This is smart.
This is going to cost...
No, this is smart. This is smart because he's actually going away from the top side. Yeah, but, so I don't think they wanted to run down the choke anyway, right? Because if Trevor came dismounted, blue team could instantly collapse, right? They're playing Polehammer Glaive. That guy would have gotten melted.
You don't want Trevor to go up there alone. You need to have him coming up the stairs as you're already bringing down somebody to make that interruption. It would have been perfect timing to have him walk up the stairs as tank, and they could have gotten the interrupt. And we'll see how much that 20 points matters.
Look at Nobuo, man. This guy's playing so aggressively. Aang's, though, I'm looking for that fishing hook on to ruin it. Oh, Elitan just steps right in front of it and tanks it. Great play by Elitan, but Mortal Agony is going to make quick work of his armor. Elitan is playing Guardian Helmet, though. Like, he has Emergency Shield. We don't see every tank running it. Interesting that he doesn't want the knockback or even the feed Kel Purge. He just wants the tankiness of the Emergency Shield, so power to him. Nobuo caught in the corner. The Mortal Agony is going to connect, so Sacrifice comes in by Forsaken. Blue team not able to breach this choke yet, and they're leaving Nobuo up there so long. Elite 10 needs to get back up here fast. He had 3 hots on him that whole time. He chooses to push up when they drop, so he has no hots now. Nobuo needs to come back to his healer. Elite 10 still has no hots. This is looking not too good for blue team here, as Rune Experience in the corner is going to get hit by the Mortal Agony. He has to roll back down. Nobuo on the side, no hots on him. He is going to get trucked by this curse. The stun is there into a fishing hook. No Mortal Agony available. But Elite 10 with a good Judy placement. Volnazera now his target is keep that guy in control as Imagine wants to come up the choke. Blue team finds themselves an opening here onto Trevor, though.
They got Trevor. Yeah, they're going to be able to pound him down.
Oh, but he brings oh, no. He brings the damage on top of Volnazera. That was not what he wanted to do. Volnazera now has to get the healing from Juliet, which is going to open up a kill onto the front line here. Blue team can easily come up. Relicer, no roll. Aang stun on top of the cap. The Geyser onto Volnazera will connect, and Elite 10 is just looking. He can pick a target and get a kill right now. It just has to be the right one. A fling onto Relicer. No roll on Relicer.
Over the top.
But he missed the stun. He wanted the stun onto Relicer. He didn't have a roll at all. Relicer so low, but there isn't enough damage there. It finally comes in. That was like a 45-second setup for that kill. Blue team playing that very well.
They can catch Aang's out of this as well. And instead, I think Trevor is just going to
Trevor stopped mid, though. Yeah, I mean, he stopped mid with his death. If that's worth, we will have to see. It depends on what they do when they come out of this tent. But they only got 10 ticked. Well, red team got a 10 tick off the back of that death.
Got the red tick, but blue is going to secure the 20 on this next rotation. They see the difference here is that blue team has taken the 3 cap every time, and they've held that at least once each rotation and gotten those 20 tick pressures, where red team, when they get control, they're only getting 10 ticks. They're not putting the pressure on their opponents to make a play.
Blue team's 5th arriving now. This is now a 5v5 again. They stopped that top cap, did not want to let them just get points back, right? They just want to keep chewing through them with the 20s. Rune going to get flung, but he should have a roll ready. He's going to insta-roll it actually into a blink. Good job on him. If he delayed that blink, he's probably dead. Aang's now waiting to go up. He wants to get some more healings, then get some hots back reapplied onto him. Then come up there. Volnazera looking for a little bit of damage, whatever he can get. But red team really wants this cap. They want another minute in this match. They don't want to keep bleeding. They're starting it now. They're going to go for the fishing hook to Nobuo, but they miss it, so Nobuo will just hit Relic or stop that cap. Red team now in trouble. They only have 40 seconds before the match is over. We'll have to see if they're able to close this one out. Volnazera blinking up the choke. They're looking for a big dive on Forsaken. They know this is their only way to come back. Volnazera is going to die for this probably. He rolls away, but Nobuo has Mortal Agony. Juliet with a sacrifice. Going to keep Volnazera alive for now. The damage is not there. Buying the Mortal Agony connects to kill him, but they do find the healer. Red team, actually blue team has no healer. Red team has no healer either now. Relicer will die for this play. They made a suicide 5-man dive through mid, trying to take out the healer of blue team, but their comp is not designed for that. And they fall as a result, and now the match is just going to be over here in 10. They shouldn't find another kill, but off the back of those 3, they will find the match and a level 8 token.
Yep, and that's going to be a victory for the blue team.
Well played. Very well played by the
Very well
Lutan's
played.
team.
Absolutely.
10
Absolutely.
to 5.
They deserve this win, to be honest. They pulled out a couple of very key maneuvers. They controlled it when they needed to. They kept repeatedly making sure that they got the 3 cap, and they never let their opponent secure the 3 cap. Very good cap play by the blue team.
Yeah, the blue team played very well all around throughout the match. Red team had some good moments too, just a few missteps. Both teams had a few missteps. Red team just a little bit more than blue. Obviously, both teams fighting for Doom right now, though. So in the end, only thing hurt is the pride of the 5-man team.
Well, Doom wins.
Yep, Doom does win. Although I believe that was our only match. Am I correct?
Yeah, that was the only level 7 that we have, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens tomorrow on the level 8.
I really want to know what'll happen tomorrow. I'll be there. So,
okay,
but
we'll
before
be there.
then,
We'll be there.
between now and the level 8s, though, everyone in the chat, you're going to want to set your alarm because 3 hours from now, if you come back to the stream, we will be live with the NA Invasion Day. And if it's anything like the EU Invasion, where we had so much content, we didn't even get to show it all, it should be a banger. This is the last invasion of the Energy Surge season. Points are now tripled from these open world objectives, so all the people playing in NA should be out and about trying to fight for them. That will go live in around 3 hours from now, I think. Exactly 3 hours, if I remember correctly. You guys should see a stream up. So, otherwise, until then, I believe we finally get a break. Me and Shozen have been here for something like 7 hours now.
It's been quite a while. It's been about 5.5. But we're gonna send you over to Lewpac, who is currently streaming an event with Twitch, doing a bit of a music stream. So show your gratitude over there, and thank you, Facturka, for giving us the raid. We definitely appreciate it. And now we're just gonna hand it off as well. So
hey, a little bit of a dance, dude. Hope you guys enjoy. See you later tonight for the NA Invasion.